I am making a crock pot caramel sauce. This is something I wanted to be able to hand out as Christmas gifts, and I was also really interested to have this because we have a bunch of storage apples from different people's orchards that they gifted us, and we love to dip our apples in caramel. So I wanted to be able to make some without all of the yucky stuff that is in it that we've been getting our caramel from the grocery store. I also wanted to be able to have this for like hot chocolates and to put in my coffee and all of the things. So I saw this recipe on Instagram that I wanted to make, but then I lost the Instagram recipe. So I looked up a different recipe, and this was just really straightforward. All it is you're going to take your sweetened condensed milk, put it in your canning jars, get them in your crock pot, and cover them with water in your crock pot. Turn it on high for somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, just depending on how caramely you want your caramel sauce. So I started by putting it in the little measuring cup here because I thought it would be easier to pour in with the little spout. But then I think I did 1 jar and realized that I could probably just dump them in the jar straight out of the can and save myself a step. So I ended up doing that instead. And just a little bit of a disclaimer, or a heads up, I guess, these turned out awesome. I 100% can see myself doing this again. The only downside to this is it obviously is not shelf stable. It's not something that you can just put up on your shelf with all of your other canned goods and have it be good. This does need to store in the refrigerator, but I did read a lot of the comments on this recipe, and a ton of people said that they've had these last well over a year in their refrigerator. They last forever. They don't go bad, and this is a very soft caramel, so this would be something awesome if you wanted to make this soft caramel to be able to put in Christmas candies, if you're making turtles or something like that. They stay very soft and just delicious. I put mine in my crock pot for a little over 6 hours, probably like 6.5 hours, and it is amazing. So I guess take it what you will. I put my rings on, my lids, wiped the rims, all of that like you normally would. Got them in the crock pot and just filled my crock pot up with water, turned it on and let it go. And my first really big task of the day was taken care of course, minus doing the chicken chores that we took care of early this morning before any of my littler kids woke up. So very simple, very delicious. If you guys have any other ideas on how I could use this caramel sauce, definitely let me know down below because we've got quite a bit of it. And even though it lasts a really long time in the fridge, I'm just excited to be able to use this new product. So let me know. I'm excited to maybe start stirring a little bit of this into my homemade coffee creamer. I shared how to make that on my Instagram. My Instagram is linked down below if you want to know how to do that. But to make like a caramely coffee syrup, I'm really excited. This is going now. Normally I would have liked to put it on my counter, not on my island, but this is where it is. I filled it. Cleo just wants to be held and I want to get this going, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Let this go for somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, just kind of depending on how done you want your caramel or how caramely you want your caramel. So this task is done for the day. I'm feeling good about it. My dishwasher, for whatever reason, sometimes runs an error code, and that happened last night. And instead of fixing the dishwasher last night so that my dishes could be caught up on, I just kind of said and I left it. So I fixed it this morning. Dishwasher's running, so I'm gonna let those run. We'll get those put away once it's done and reload so that we can get back kind of where we need to be. I need to get the trash taken out. That's overflowing, but that's real life. And now I have this condensed milk all over the counter, so I'm going to see if Cleo will let me put her down, get the trash situation taken care of, wipe off this counter before this condensed milk starts to stick and becomes a nightmare to remove. Oh, here's the lid that I lost. Well, there's that. So let's reset this as much as I can for right now. Then I'm going to take a break. I'm going to hang out with the kids probably until lunch. It's a little before 9 a.m. so we'll probably hang out for 2 hours, just play, read some books, relax, and then once Cleo naps after lunch, that's when I'm gonna hit the ground running. I have some big projects I wanna get done today or work on today. While the kids are playing this morning, I might try to tackle some laundry. I have like 3 baskets of laundry I need to fold and sort, so let's see what we can get done. My first priority was getting the condensed milk cleaned up because I knew if I let that sit for too long, it was going to become this hard rock that was going to take forever to get off of the counter. So I sprayed it down with my homemade cleaner. I just used my Lysol spray bottle because why buy a bottle if you have one that works just fine? So I sprayed that down, kind of let it sit for a minute while I picked up the rest of the trash. It was just kind of like on the counters from the night before. Because the dishwasher wasn't working, we kind of just left the kitchen the way it was. We did a little bit, but definitely not enough. And it didn't help that the trash was also overflowing. So we kind of just left it and said, you know what, I'll just deal with it tomorrow. So I was just kind of resetting stuff that should have been done the night before, but wasn't done the night before. Got the condensed milk wiped up, which always feels really, really good. And then I moved on to working on my dishes. I unloaded the dishwasher and got it reloaded. And then this is the time where I will also catch up on other people's YouTube videos. Right now I'm watching Becky from An Acre Homestead, watching one of her new videos, and just kind of enjoying my time in the kitchen as much as I can, even when doing mundane daily chores. And that's a lot of what this video is today, you guys. It is doing the mundane, lots of dishes, an insane amount of laundry, and just kind of tackling it all and getting it all. The cool thing about Vlogmas is it kind of forces me to film videos on days where maybe I would not normally film. And today's a day I probably wouldn't typically film because it's just, like I said, the mundane. It's something that we all do. You know, stay-at-home mom or not, we all do dishes. We all do all the laundry. We take care of those random little tasks of things that we want to get done, like the caramel sauce, or maybe any other little project that we have, organizing a call closet, organizing the shoes, just little things like that. And I think on social media specifically, it kind of seems like you have to do it all, and you have to do all the big projects, and every day is just 100% and you're doing it all. Your makeup's done, your hair is curled, and you know, sometimes that's not it, you guys. Sometimes you feed and water chickens in sweatpants, and you come inside and you take a shower and you change into different sweatpants, and you just do the things. It's what I really like to call lazily productive days. And in my mind, that just means, hey, we're still getting the to-do list done, but we're doing it in our comfies, we're doing it at a relaxed pace, and we're still going to get it all done. We're going to take breaks in between each task. We're going to hang out. It's just a lazily productive day. There's no stress. There's no pressure. We're going to get all the things done because that's what we do. But we're going to remove the stress from it, and we're going to just enjoy it as much as we possibly can. You know what I mean? I really strove to find balance in my life this year, and I don't know what it is, you guys, but last December I had my 4th baby, and something really miraculous happened to me. I just really let go of almost the expectation that I put on myself, and if the dishes aren't done every night, I don't care anymore. If I've got extra baskets of laundry hanging out, I just don't care anymore. I have learned that there's a big difference between having a clean home and having a tidy home. My home is almost always clean, okay? My floors are swept and it is a livable and enjoyable space. Is it always super tidy? Probably not. I've got 4 kids, and I would rather enjoy my kids and enjoy being outside and enjoy reading books and playing board games than worrying about all of the little things that don't always matter. And something about having my 4th baby really opened my eyes to that, and I let go a lot of the expectations, and I'm really happy that I was able to experience that, and I'm hoping that's something that I can hold on to moving forward. I just really wanted to share that because I feel like it's important, and if you're just doing the mundane, that is definitely good enough. let's just leave it there. If you're working in your sweatpants and your comfy crew neck like I am today, and you're hanging out and you're reading books with your kids and you're playing monster trucks or Barbies or whatever it is, you're hanging out, you're watching Christmas cartoons, you're giving them the snuggles, but you know that you have lots of laundry to catch up on and a sink full of dishes and you have light bulbs to change or a bathroom to scrub, whatever it is, we all do. You know, it's not just you. And sometimes I feel like on social media, especially around the holidays, there can be this huge pressure to keep up. And you know what, you guys, even the people on social media that are portraying those things, they're also not those things. I promise you. So let's just leave it there. A little reminder from you to me, especially because I can see on the back end of my social media, I have a lot more younger people that are watching my videos. And I say younger, but I mean, you're my age, right? You're early to mid 20s, and I know that's the season of life where a lot of us start getting married and having kids, and we are building a home for ourselves. And I just want to remind you that it is a-okay to not, quote unquote, keep up with all the people that you're seeing on social media. And that is just good enough. So after I tackled a lot of things, I wanted to get my chicken set out for dinner because I knew I was making this chicken pot pie soup with biscuits for dinner tonight. This is like my second or third load of laundry for the day, but it's the first one that I'm showing you. Getting everything switched over. I really wanted to catch up on a video I think I put up 2 days ago. It was a get it all done with me. This is the rest of the laundry that I wasn't able to get done on the get it all done with me. So here we are. We're just catching up. I filled my washer half full and I knew that I probably had some more dirty laundry somewhere in the house. So I kind of went looking. I checked the bedrooms and lo and behold, I found about half a basket of dirty laundry in my girls' room. So I went ahead and went and got that and loaded that in the washer as well. I have been a lot more intentional with taking rests. So Cleo was napping. I sat down, I got my book, I made myself an afternoon cup of coffee, and I just sat down and I read. This is another thing that happened with me after my fourth baby. I forced myself to sit down and rest and ignore the other things that need to be done because you know what? My dishwasher was going for me. My washer and dryer were going for me. The meat for dinner was set out. I'm going to hang out. So while I was reading, Colt was kind of sitting in the living room. He was reading some books. He was coloring. I turned on a Christmas movie and he also took a little bit of time in the middle of the day to just rest. So I highly recommend that. It makes us both much happier. By this time, Cleo had just woken up from her nap and my caramel sauce was done. So I pulled that out and got that kind of situated. And then it was 45 degrees yesterday in Wisconsin. And in December, that is unheard of. It felt like a spring day. So I loaded all the little kids up before the big girls got home from school and we went for a walk. We did like 2.5 miles in the stroller and it was awesome. It was so refreshing. I'm so glad we did it. That little bit of fresh air felt so good. I also opened up 2 windows in my house and let the airflow come through to get a little bit of fresh air in the house and it was magical. So we came back inside. I knew my washer was probably done. So I went to go pull everything and switch everything out and found out my dryer wasn't dried. And when that happens, it's usually because my lint trap is full and it was. So I emptied out the lint trap, got that stuff re-going. We came back inside and I knew that I had this basket of all of Joe's and I's shirts that needed to be hung up. So I turned on another movie for the kids. I think we watched another Elf on the Shelf Christmas movie, which my son is loving right now. So you can see them kind of snuggling in the chair, hanging out. They're sharing like a bowl of pretzels. They're eating or drinking their juice. And I folded this one basket of laundry, just trying to, like we said, lazily get some things done, taking breaks to hang out with the kids, going on walks, reading our books, drinking a cup of coffee, and also taking some time to rest. So I wanted to go ahead and get all of these hung up, and I did, and it felt really good. This was kind of the last task that I knew I was going to be able to get done before my big kids got off the bus. And once the big kids get off the bus, I kind of switch off, and I'm not doing anything super crazy because I know that as soon as the big kids get off the bus, it's pretty much time to get dinner rolling. So my husband got me this Ninja food processor. It was supposed to be a Christmas gift, but he decided to give it to me early because I had some preservation projects that I really needed a food processor for. So he gave it to me early and I am obsessed with it. I love it. So I wanted to use it today to make my biscuits. So I used it to shred my butter and it is amazing. I love this thing. It's my new favorite piece of kitchen equipment. So as you can see, Cleo here is a level 5 clinger today, which I don't mind at all. But Cleo does not like it when I put her in the baby wrap on me. She only likes the baby wrap when Joe wears her for whatever reason, which is fine. But it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to do what I need to do. So London came up and she wanted to help me make the biscuits. So I was showing her how we make biscuits and she did an awesome job helping this day. She was really excited to get in the kitchen and help. So she helped me make the dough. She rolled out the biscuits and cut the biscuits out for me. And I got our chicken pot pie soup together in the Dutch oven. I wasn't able to film a whole lot because Cleo just didn't really allow me to. She's cutting some teeth, so she's just a little bit more, she just wants mom, and that's totally fine, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So I wasn't able to film the rest of it, but I did get a clip of our chicken pot pie soup. It tasted delicious. My husband said that it's his new favorite soup and he definitely wants me to make it again. So I'm probably going to do that for him. It was very simple. I cooked those chicken thighs that you saw me setting out earlier in the Instant Pot with some seasonings, a little bit of chicken stock, and it was really good. We added in peas and carrots and some corn, our shredded chicken, a creamy, delicious broth, and then we baked our biscuits in the oven, and it was a pretty good supper. We didn't love the biscuits. Something happened in the baking process. They tasted a little weird. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm hoping that it didn't happen because I made the dough in the mixer. So if you guys have any ideas on how that happened, I would love to know. But I'm showing London here how to use the food processor, and she did an awesome job on these biscuits, you guys. Other than the taste, which I don't know how that happened, but they rose beautifully. They were very fluffy, and we're really excited about that. So I'm just going to say, guys, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me, getting some things done, lazily productive. I hope that you guys can remember all the things we talked about during the holiday season, taking some pressure off of yourself, getting your things done, because that's what we do. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. And of course, I will catch you guys in another video.